Ace Hardware, man. There's no plan here.
So City Peoples is pretty infamous for their cats. Tell me about the first cat.
That was delightful because I'd been there about 3 years, and this wonderful, huge, fluffy orange tiger comes in the door. He just comes in the door. He's gorgeous. He's just a beautiful thing. And he comes around from station to station to station, jumps right up on the counter, purrs, wants to be loved, so on and so forth. We're all delighted with this cat. So the cat makes his rounds and hangs out all day long. All day long he hangs out, and it's delightful. People love him. The kids love him. They're following me, following him around. And he goes, at the end of the day, he goes out the door and on his merry way. Next day, bright early in the morning, the cat comes in, hangs out, gorgeous cat, purrs, loves, sweetest thing imaginable. You know, and so brilliant. You know, when a dog comes around attached to some human being, he just gets up high, and he knows these dogs are on a string. You know, they're leashed, so he doesn't give a rat's ass what those morons think.
What was his name?
Gus.
Gus
was his name. We found out that later.
Okay.
So he kept coming in, and so we kind of adopted him. We thought, you know, he probably, you know, maybe he lives out there somewhere, but who cares? You know, people love him, and it's so nice to have him around, and he's so friendly and sweet. And then at one point, some woman comes in, and she says, "Have you seen Gus? Gus, the big orange cat, the cat. Oh, the cat's name is Gus." So we hunt down Gus, and she says, "He's really my cat." I said, "Well, that's nice. Do you mind if he comes over?" We asked, "Do you mind?" She says, "No, I don't mind because I have to work, so he can come over." So she would start coming after she got out of work at 5 o'clock and drove home. She'd come up to the store and get him because we closed at 7.
Pick him up from school.
Yeah, pick him up from school. Well, at some point, tragedy of tragedies, she says, she comes around as sweet as can be. She says, "I'm moving and I have to take Gus with me." So, I'm sorry, guys. And by this time, we love Gus.
Yeah.
Gus had been there about a month. Very sweet, beautiful cat. Well cared for, too. In any case, well-mannered. Bit nobody, hissed at nobody. And so Gus is gone. The very next day, Winston comes in. So Winston is a slightly smaller cat, a short hair, but he's like the black tiger. Just your average American cat. Just a nice cat, big cat, tiny little meow, ridiculous cat.
Yeah.
But he just hangs out. He just knows how to hang out. And he comes and he makes the rounds, and we have treats at our place, and we give him treats. And when he's done with the treats, he'll go off somewhere else. And there's all these couches and chairs, you know, because they sell all that furniture.
Right.
And he, at any given time of day, you can see him lounging on some very comfy couch, or some chair, or on some pillows, or there was a place where rugs were all rolled up.
Or a dirty old box.
Or a dirty old box. Cats in boxes. They can't help it. In any case, ultimately, the owner of Winston comes in. They called him Winnie, but I couldn't do it, so I named him Winston. That's a pussy name.
No pun intended.
No, I just couldn't take it, so that's Winston. This is Winston. In any case, she comes in and she says, "You know, this is my cat. He never comes home anymore. He's deserted me. He loves this place. I got all this paperwork. Do you want the cat?" And the owner said, "Yeah, we want the cat." So we inherited the cat, and off she went on her merry way. She had Winston's brother. You know, she had Winston's brother.
The evil twin.
Who knows? Something pissed him off. He just left town. He liked folks.
Yeah.
So then, as you tell me, you know, after being a sweetheart and being around for what, He was there 3 years when I was there.
Oh, yeah?
Almost.
Wow, I didn't know.
Maybe only 2. It could have been
He was
only
definitely
2.
there when I got there.
Yeah, when you got there, he was there, and then they sent him home
Yeah,
with Karen.
yeah.
And what happened?
Well, everybody was heartbroken. They couldn't believe. Everybody loved Winston.
Did they ask for
the
him?
kids always asked, always wanted to know where Winston was. All the kids that came in, all they wanted to do was see Winston. All the adults always asked about Winston, and we all loved Winston.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
It was because he was
like-
gone. He was gone a few days before I retired.
Yeah, so it happened. He went away, you went away, and one of the regular skip comes in. It was a couple days after you retired, and he was asking for you. And I had to say, well, John's retired. He retired about a week ago. I said, oh, that's nice. And he said, is Winnie around? and I not only did I have to break the guy's heart, I had to throw it on the ground and stomp. And he just, well, things change.
Things changed. Skip. As pure as the driven snow. 65 years old and as innocent as a man as I've ever seen in my entire life. He raised 4 kids. He had a PhD in engineering. He had a whole career at Boeing, but he was the most innocent living male entity I've ever seen in my life. Carbon-based unit, but a total innocent.
One of these.
Yeah. So Carl has a story about a cat. This is so fascinating. Tell me your story about the cat.
Well-
How we got into this.
Let's call it.
All right.
uh,
Cat.
I don't know. What's my story about